We're thrilled, and it's good for the city of Montreal. The fans come out tonight and support their team because they got a very young, exciting team.
Is there any thoughts amongst players on other teams about the situation here and whether the team stays or goes?
Well, I mean, it's always interesting for us to see, what happens. Again, I think, they're a quality organization. Felipe's an excellent manager, and they have some really good young talent. And you hope that they get the funding they need and/or stadium so they can stay here and be successful. Because there's a lot of tradition here, and they've had some great players in the past. And from a nostalgic standpoint, it would be a shame for the team to leave.
You've got to feel good about what this team's done in the offseason to get ready for a playoff push.
Yeah, I mean, we've hopefully improved our club, and the organization is committed to trying to put a winner on the field, and now hopefully the rest is up to us as players to play together and be consistent and put wins up on the board. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. I think they've made a big commitment here, and we just want to try and follow it through and play hard and play hopefully to get into the playoffs.
A game like this with these two teams, I mean, it really shows the disparity in baseball in terms of salaries. You're the kind of franchise player the Expos could never hope to sign. Do you think about that on a day like today?
Well, I don't really. I mean, I think the situation maybe needs some changing, but I mean, still, you see they have some legitimate superstars over there, Rondell White and Vladimir Guerrero, and they signed them young, and it seems like that they're going to spend the good part of the bulk of their career here because they signed them after their first or second year. And as a player, I mean, that's what I would have wanted. I mean, it wasn't my intention to get out there and I've always liked to have been in a situation where I was locked up for 4 or 5 years, but it never came to that. So you deal with it as the situation presents itself. So I think here, again, it's they have some legitimate young players that are quality major leaguers, and they always play us tough. And I just don't necessarily think that on a talent level that we're that much far ahead of them. I just think that they basically are just, for whatever reason, unable to keep some of their older players and keep their younger players from going out there. And now it seems they're trying to rectify the situation, and they're a quality team. They know how to scout and draft and develop. So, I mean, they're going that route, and now that they've, like I said, got some legitimate players.
Mike, you're locked up with a long-term contract with the Mets, and the speculation was at the end of last year, before the negotiations began, that you would never come back to the Mets. Not only did you go back to the Mets, you didn't even listen to an offer from another team. Tell us why you chose the Mets and why it happened so quickly.
I really basically didn't want to start over again, and being with 3 teams in 1 year, I like the guys. I got used to the city, and there was no need for me. I mean, they obviously took care of me, and it wasn't like any sort of process to get it done. It was just very, very fluid, and it was fortunate for me that again that they're committed to hopefully putting a good team on the field, and so I felt like it was the place I wanted to be, and so it wasn't that hard a decision at all. And again, I want to try and take it to the limit here, and hopefully we can get into the playoffs.
Oral Hershiser makes his first start as a Met tonight. What can you tell us about Oral Hershiser and his guts and determination?
Well, I mean, he's definitely has a lot of experience as a pitcher, and he's very, very much knows how to pitch and wants to win out there. And I'm very much, thankful that he signed with us and that we can probably utilize his talents and his experience that it'll rub off on everybody.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you. All right,
thanks very much.
Regnier here.